Think of a web page like a house. HTML is the foundation and walls, the core structure. CSS is the paint and furniture, the style. But without a third layer, that house is effectively dead. You can admire the architecture, but doors are stuck and flipping light switches does nothing. JavaScript is the missing utility layer. It acts as the electricity, the plumbing, and the smart devices that provide the house with its behavior. On the web, this is what allows a menu to pop up, a video to load without a page refresh, or an animation to play. While HTML and CSS create a document for you to read, JavaScript provides the functional logic that lets you actually use the web page as a tool. Let's step into the garage to see how this works. To run a functional system, you need a way to store and organize specific items so you can retrieve them later. Variables are the labeled boxes where we store data. In this diagram, we have a box specifically designated to hold a piece of information, like a user's name. In modern JavaScript, we use let for values that might change over time. For values that must stay the same, we use const, short for constant. The most common things you'll put inside these variables are strings, which are just text in quotes, numbers, plain digits for math, and booleans, simple true or false flags that act like a light switch. Without these storage boxes, a website has no memory. It couldn't keep track of your login status, a shopping cart total, or your preferred language. Now, consider a smart thermostat. A living house needs to autonomously react to the environment without you having to manually adjust the dials every time the sun sets. To make choices, we use an if statement. Like this flowchart, it acts as a logical fork in the road based on the data the code receives. If a specific condition is met, like the house temperature rising above 72 degrees, the statement is true, and the code follows the path to turn on the air conditioning. If that condition is not met, the code uses an else fallback. It follows the alternative path to do something else, or simply do nothing at all. These conditional statements provide websites with their logic, allowing the page to serve up different situational reactions for every individual user. Think about the inefficiency of waking up and having to manually wire your coffee maker from scratch every morning just to get a single cup. Instead of writing the same instructions over and over, we use functions. A function is a reusable block of code designed to perform one specific, repetitive task. You build the logic once, and then you call it with a single command whenever you need that task performed anywhere in the house. This approach turns disorganized instructions into efficient tools. It's the only way massive web applications can manage millions of users without the code becoming unmanageable. When you combine variables, conditionals, and functions, the structure of the house begins to come alive. These same basic principles are what allow digital shopping carts to update, video streams to play, and messages to send globally. You don't need to download any special software to start practicing these basics. The environment for running this code is already built into the browser you're using right now. If you right-click this page and select Inspect, you can find the Console tab. Type console.log, open parentheses, and then in quotes, I am learning JS, then press Enter. By running that command, you've just executed your first piece of logic in the same console developers use every day. It's a literal look behind the curtain at the behavior running the web.